about to kick off. This party looks whack. Let's take it back to straight hip-hop and start it from scratch. I'm about to bloody this.
Now on Stitcher Radio, iTunes, and Spreaker, we present the one and only Breakdown Sports Show. The best run sports talk show in the Carolinas on the interwebs. With your host, the never intimidated or duplicated Big Shot Bob.
I liked what I saw from Cam.
And the man at the top of the summit, the man bringing it home, Rocky.
Lorenzo King to teach Cam Newton how to slide.
The show starts now.
Welcome to BSS Carolinas, sponsored by Attitude Broadcasting.
Get your attitude back in your broadcasting. Come holler. We'll put it back for you. This is the attitude era.
That's right. Of sports entertainment. Literally.
I love Pepsi, so I'm going to keep shouting out Pepsi. Pepsi, the cola of the Carolinas.
Of course, that's Big Shot Bob. I am Rocky. Make sure you catch us on Twitter at BSS Carolinas. Watch us on Periscope, like all the Periscopians are doing right now.
What's up, Periscopians? Man, I just left out the restroom. I washed my hands, and that soap they got in there smells like baby powder or something. Like, what in the world?
My wife she bought all these different ones. Last month, it one that smelled like jelly. It smelled like some jelly ice or some ice cream. And then freaking this month, we got some coconut, some Hawaii stuff that's coconut. Smells like coconut.
I know they probably.
I'm like,
what is that smell, Rock? You smell like coconuts.
My sausage fingers smell like coconut. But anyway, before the yesterday's show or day before show we had, we were talking about the Eastern Conference. Today we want to talk about the Western Conference playoffs, what we think, who's going to win, which team's in trouble, which one's not, and we'll talk about the MVPs and everything else. First, the Warriors versus Rockets right now. If the Jazz win tonight, it will be the Jazz versus the Warriors if the Rockets lose. The Rockets have to lose tonight, though.
I don't care
who is the 8th seed. And, yeah, I mean, is it going to be the Jazz or the Rockets? The Jazz are playing in L.A. in Kobe's last game.
Do I have faith that the Kings can beat the Rockets on the road? The Kings can beat the Rockets on the road. I'm going to go ahead and say the Kings will beat the Rockets on the road, and the Jazz will make the playoffs, man, because I'm rooting for that Utah team right now. I want to see Utah in the playoffs. So that's how it's going down, and then Golden State will beat Utah in 4 games.
I'm going to say this real fast. There's no way that the Lakers are going to lose to the Jazz.
What?
I don't think there's any way they lose this game tonight.
What?
Kobe Bryant is the most ego-driven player that I think I can ever remember since Michael Jordan. And I think he would rather win and keep the Jazz out of the playoffs than anything tonight.
Let's revisit what the record for the Lakers is right now. The Lakers are currently what? Let
16,
me look.
16.
16 and what?
16.
16 and 66?
Yeah.
16 and 65?
65. Worst record behind the Philadelphia Sixers.
I don't think Kobe cares much about winning at this point.
I don't think he cares about
embrace the gracious cheers and applause that he's gotten from the fans. He's looking for his jerseys to be shown in the court. He's looking for his tribute video tonight.
He's looking for Shaq.
He's looking for Shaq to give him some love. He's looking for them to unveil his statue in front of the Staples Center tonight. He could give a damn if the Lakers beat the Jazz tonight.
I'm telling you, I think he does not want to let the Jazz clinch a playoff spot on his home court in the last game.
He's left.
You don't think he's thinking about it whatsoever?
Not at
Come
all.
on, man.
Not in
Come
the
on.
least.
This is Kobe. This is Kobe. This is Michael Jordan.
This is the friendly Kobe. This ain't the black Mamba Kobe. This is the defanged Mamba Kobe. He's good.
All right. Well, saying all that, the Warriors would play the Rockets, the Jazz, you say. do they have a chance to win a game against
They
the
do
Warriors?
have a chance to win a game in Utah.
All right.
Maybe.
So they beating them, what, 4-2? 4-1?
At worst, it's 4-1.
Okay.
But I think they sweep.
Then we got the Spurs at the Mavs. Do we give the Mavs a chance to beat the Spurs?
In the past, the Spurs have been known to give up a game one and then come back and sweep. I think the Mavs can get one, but I highly doubt it because the Mavs don't play any defense. They don't play any defense. They're old.
Who's our guy on Periscope? Hobbler?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I
Did I pronounce it right this time?
I think you got it right now this time.
Right. So no chance, huh?
No chance. All right. We love you. Love Dallas though. Great city.
Yeah, definitely. This is tough. It's really tough. I could see the Spurs losing. I could see it. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I could see it.
How if Kawhi Leonard, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Tony Parker all get hurt?
No, if the matchup, I think Nowitzki could go off. I think Matthews could go off, but they are missing Parsons.
They're missing Parsons.
Darren Williams is not playing
suspect.
like he used to play.
Kawhi Leonard is going to shut down Wes Matthews, and if Dirk gets hot, he can go shut down Dirk Nowitzki. They have no shot. And who's going to guard? Who's going to take care of the paint? Aldridge, Duncan, West. They're going to beat them boys up. Who? Who? McGee. The only thing he's good for is making Shaqtin' the fool. That's why he's on the bench.
I can't believe I just said Javale McGee. I'm going – what, 4 games though? 4-1?
At worst, 4-1.
All right. I'm going to say the Spurs 4-0. It's just, yeah. They don't have enough depth. The Thunder at home against the Grizzlies.
Now this is a super pass. Really, the Grizzlies have nobody. And the Grizzlies ain't gonna end up in the 6th spot. They probably fall to 7th because they're gonna lose tonight.
No, I don't think they can fall. They can't fall any.
They'll end up what 42
no,
and
they're
40?
42 and 39. If they lose, they'd be 42 and 40.
Where's Dallas at?
Dallas is 42 and 39. So they could win and move up to 7th. So
they could move to 6th.
Wait. So actually, Memphis could get back to the 6th spot. Dallas would play Oklahoma City if playoffs start right now. I'm sorry.
They have a little better chance against OKC.
Right, let's go back to this then. San Antonio against Memphis.
Against Memphis.
Any
against
chance?
Dallas.
No chance.
Memphis. They would love to see Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis would be even worse.
That's like a pass. That's a
Dallas would be a better matchup than Memphis.
Exactly.
All right. Saying that, Oklahoma City against Dallas. Do they win any games?
They can win the game. I think they win a game.
I say 4-1.
4-1.
Myself too.
Yeah.
The Clippers in Portland.
Now this could be interesting.
What do you think?
I think Clips and 6. Because I feel like their backcourt can go off. No Damian Lillard can go off, have a monster game. But Clippers they're starting to show a little life, and they're getting deep. And Blake Griffin is starting to play himself back into shape. And with Jeff Green coming off the bench, Paul Pierce, who's just been in hibernation until now with the playoffs, will give them a lift as well. And J.J. Redick has been playing so spectacular this year. And Chris Paul is an MVP candidate.
So you got the Clippers beating the Blazers.
Clippers in 6. Worst case scenario, 6. But hopefully for them, it's 5.
This would definitely be the best series in the Western Conference playoffs in the first round.
In the first round, definitely.
I mean, this will be the only one that goes more than 5 games. 4 games, I think. Maybe. I'm going to say 4-2 Clippers.
And let's give it up for Terry Stotts. What a job he has done.
He's done a great job. With the backcourt they have, the future's bright. How's Vonleh playing? We ain't even talk about Vonleh this year.
He ain't getting
or Gerald Henderson.
Hendo has been okay off the bench, but, I mean, McCollum has been just outstanding. Outstanding.
So who meets in the Western Conference Finals?
In the West Finals, Spurs Warriors, man. I like the Thunder, but playing San Antonio in that second round, San Antonio knows how to defend OK City. And I feel like if the game is close, OK City won't trust the ball movement, won't trust half-court execution, and Russ and Durant will be trying to play hero ball. And that does not beat San Antonio. period. So Spurs Warriors in the finals.
Spurs
Western
Warriors. I wish I could go with the Thunder to beat San Antonio, but I can't. The Spurs the Thunder hasn't beaten any of these teams in the regular season. So why I won't go with them now? I can't. I'll go with the Spurs. Now, what about the Clippers against the Warriors? Any chance they beat the Warriors at all? And these two teams hate each other.
They hate each other.
This is a hatred series.
I can see the Clippers getting a couple of games. Now, if Blake Griffin plays out of his mind, Jamal Crawford plays out of his mind.
Reddick's got to play out his mind.
Reddick's got to play really well as well. DeAndre Jordan's going to make free throws because in like 3 of those games, the Clippers have had leads in the fourth quarter. They just couldn't sustain. So they pose a problem. Can they close against the Warriors? At worst case, I think the Warriors in 6. I just can't see them beating the Warriors 4 times, man.
I'm going to say this series goes 7.
You think it goes 7?
I think the Warriors win in 7 games.
That would be fun.
I think it will be a fun 7-game series because these two teams hate, and I mean hate. This is like the Bulls and the Knicks of the 90s to me, this series. They hate each other, whatever it takes. They can't stand each other. So I think the Clippers could get 4 games or 3 games out of the series. I don't think they win a Game 7 in Golden State.
That's going to be tough.
I do think they push it to 7 games. Remember, the Bulls in 95-96 never swept the whole playoff series. They didn't sweep any of the playoff series. They let somebody have a game, and then they would finish them off.
It's hard to sweep, man. It's always hard to sweep.
But I'm going to go with – I'll say the Warriors and Spurs also. Who you got winning between Warriors and Spurs?
I got the dub. I got Dub Nation. The Warriors beat the Spurs 3 times this year. They beat them in San Antonio when San Antonio was playing for real. They smacked them both times in Oakland. I don't see the Warriors losing.
The Warriors haven't lost 2 in a row all year. They've lost 1 and they win the next one. The first team in NBA history to do that. But saying all that, I'm going to Spurs.
I'm taking
San Antonio.
The San Antonio Spurs.
They've got rings, and I think Popovich knows how to game. He does a better game plan than anybody of adjusting of what he done in the regular season to the playoffs.
Now, Boris Diaw will have to be big in that series. He's going to probably, more than likely, they're going to start Boris Diaw and have Duncan come off the bench with David West because, Golden State's going to play small most of the time. Now, if Bo gets in there, then, of course, Duncan's going to be in, or Ezekiel what's his name? Festus Ezeli.
Festus, yep.
If he's in there, of course Duncan's going to be in there. West is going to be in there. But if they go small, it'll be the Boris Diaw show.
So I got Spurs. You got Warriors.
I'm going to take Dub Nation.
Who you got in the East? Cavs and
Cavs.
Warriors again?
Yeah.
I'm going with Spurs and I don't trust Cleveland.
I don't trust them in the finals, but I trust them in the East.
I don't trust them in the East
LeBron's
this year.
record against the Eastern Conference in the playoffs is superb. He dominates the East.
I'm going to go with the Cavs. I'll go with the Cavs and Spurs. I got Spurs in 6. Who you got?
I got Dub Nation in 6, man.
All right.
And then in the finals, I would love to see an entertaining finals. I would love to see a 7-games finals, but I feel like Dub Nation, 6 games.
Yeah, if it's the Warriors and Cavs, I'll say 5.
Unless the Under Armour curse is real. Dun, dun, dun.
And we'll talk about that on tomorrow's show. Who should be the MVP this year? I'm going to say this real fast. Westbrook should get a lot of consideration, but he ain't winning it.
Unanimous vote for Stephen Curry. Highest PER in NBA history, 30 points a game. His scoring went up 8 points a game.
That's crazy.
He could get the most improved player of the year as well.
No, he should not get most improved player of the year.
And his team won 72, let's go ahead and say 73 games.
Yeah.
There's no question who the MVP is.
He should win most improved player of the year. should be Kemba Walker.
It should.
Hands down.
You can make a case for a few players, but
J.J. Redick, I could do it.
C.J. McCollum went from 5 points to 20 points, and Portland had a complete makeover. They lost 4 of their 5 starters. Nobody expected anything from Portland, and they're sitting there in the 5th seed in the Western Conference.
Charlotte, man, you tell me they ain't changed nothing.
And Charlotte got the best offseason grade of all the teams in the
Their
NBA.
star player went from starting to play 20 minutes a game. I didn't get him like love during the season, but I mean, I got to give Kemba some love now.
But the additions of Nick Batum, the additions of Jeremy Lin, those were huge. Cody Zeller stepped up his game a whole lot.
Yes.
So the Hornets had a lot more help. And then Al did come back. Now, not having MKG was huge, but Batum has been that defender. Getting Courtney Lee in the mix has helped too. So, I mean, I love what Kemba has done, and I hope Kemba gets an all-star nod sooner than later.
Well, yeah, he definitely should have got one this year, but yeah, I got you. What about Coach of the Year?
Terry Stotts out in Portland. No question. You can give it to him, or you can give it to Brad Stevens up in Boston. Either or.
Please do not give it to Steve Kerr.
No.
No. I don't want to hear that he got 73 wins. He didn't. Luke Walton got 40 of those wins, I think.
39 and 4.
39 and 4. Yeah, something like that. So don't give it to Steve Kerr. I think Stotts or Stevens. I think Stevens is mine. For, he's got good players, but the elite, and they're 4th, 3rd in the East.
For me, Terry Stotts losing all the pieces they lost, revamping the whole team, and still having this team in the playoffs, that's huge.
It's huge. No, he's done a great job. What about Rookie of the Year?
Karl Anthony Towns. Is there any doubt?
No.
I don't think there's going to be a vote for anybody else.
I agree with you. It's got to be Karl Anthony Towns. No question, no doubt. It's got to be him.
And he was just named Western Conference Player of the Week last week. This guy is just doing it, man. Unbelievable. They got him a stud. If he stays healthy, watch out. Watch out for Minnesota in 3 years. I'm telling you. Watch out for Minnesota in 3 years. My goodness. If they keep that core together, woo.
It can be dangerous.
They're gonna be scary.
All right. Well, there's our NBA talk. Let's move into a little bit of NFL news, enemy of the week, and some other dummies of the week.
You don't want to make an enemy out of me. And I'm looking right into the camera. And I'm going to say it again. You don't want to make an enemy out of me.
Who you got?
Whoever the Hornets match up with in the playoffs. The Hawks, the Heat, either or the Seas. Let's just put all 3 of them on the list. All 3 of y'all are still my enemies. I know y'all were my enemies last week. Y'all are my enemies this week. Y'all got to lose to the Hornets. Let's go Hornets, Buzz City, baby.
You said the Hornets. I was going that direction, but I'm going to change it. I'm going to go to Cleveland. Because you're in the playoffs. Can we just, skip the Eastern Conference playoffs, put you in the finals?
No.
Because it doesn't matter what – if you don't win a championship, it's a failure season.
Oh, yes.
If the Golden State Warriors don't win a championship, the 73 wins mean, all right, doesn't mean a lot.
It's just like the 116-win Mariner team. Who cares? You didn't win the World Series that year.
My enemy, though, is the Cleveland Cavs. Just because you're in the playoffs, and I'm worried. I don't even want to watch the NBA Finals because I know what's going to happen. It's already in scriptures.
Well, the only good thing is that there's no pressure on the Cavs. Nobody expects them to win. They thought they would win last year, even without Kyrie and Kevin Love. They thought they could beat the Warriors. Nobody expects them to even have a chance against the Warriors this year. So
that's true.
There's no pressure on the Cavs to win it. And if they win it, way to go, LeBron. You won one for the land. Congratulations.
I hope he does. That's my biggest thing. I want him to actually win one for Cleveland. They need to. Thoughts on the Pacquiao fight against Bradley? He won a unanimous decision.
Are you surprised?
No.
He won the other 2 fights, even though they gave Bradley the first fight. Pacquiao picked somebody that he knew he could beat, and he beat him up. And Bradley was grinning because he got a payday. You saw him after the fight. He didn't look too mad that he lost. He was good. Just got me a payday. I'm about to go to the window, about to go sit at the tables.
And supposedly Pacquiao's done once again.
We'll
Retired.
see. Until he needs another payday.
Most likely.
And then he'll fight Floyd Mayweather.
NFL news, Will Smith, former Saints player, was shot to death Saturday night after a traffic accident. It looks like there was a loaded gun in his car, and I believe Pierre Thomas was in the car. Will Smith's wife, was also in the car. Didn't this happen at like 2 o'clock in the morning or something?
It was pretty late, man.
As I always say, nothing good happens after 2 a.m. I'm just saying. But prayers and thoughts with
Will Smith and his family, man.
Both families,
He was a nemesis to the Carolina Panthers for years. A great defensive end. It just sucks that stuff always happens like this, man, and it's always in the news. It's highlighted and elevated more because this guy was a former famous athlete. Can we just find some love? I don't know, man. I'm just sick of hearing it all the time, man. It's getting on my nerves.
And if this is all because of a traffic accident, come on, guys.
There's rumors that Will Smith was friends with the cop that put this guy's father in jail. And then there's also rumors of hit and run that Will Smith maybe hit this guy's truck and took off, and the guy followed him down the street, and they end up being beef that way. It's just so many untold stories with this story. I'm just done with it, man. I'm done with it.
Yeah, I hear you. And but prayers and thoughts with both families. And let's move on from that. Moving right into, kind of sad now, we're going dummies of the week, but who's there? It's the breakdown, dummy of the week. You got any dummies?
Josh Gordon.
Oh.
They kicked you out the league for a year, told you to stay clean. Your piss test comes back dirty, and then you got the notice yesterday or today that the NFL rejected your reinstatement plea. So, dude, I don't know what to tell you. You and Johnny Manziel have a good time living out there in L.A. together, getting messed up. Because that seems like that's all you can do. Idiot.
I can't believe it. I heard that he was rooming with Johnny, really. Way to try to get back into it. You got any other ones?
That's all, man. The Sixers. Let me not leave you. I know y'all won their 10th game, but y'all going to be 10-72. That's ridiculous. The Philadelphia 76ers should not be allowed a lottery pick. No, they should not be allowed a first-round pick, let alone a lottery pick. They should not be allowed to damage any more young prospects coming into the NBA. All their first-round picks should be revoked until they decide they want to be a real competitive NBA franchise, period. You can build from the D League, you can build from Euro Leagues, but you are not allowed to take any more good prospects.
The Philadelphia 76ers, and I know it's two different sports, and Detroit Lions should have to move their teams because we lose Calvin Johnson at an early age. Then the Philadelphia 76ers should lose their team for just losing all the time and not actually putting a competitive team out.
You get players, you trade players, you draft injured players, you keep drafting centers that are hurt all the time. It's so frustrating, man.
Yep.
It's really, really frustrating. They should not be allowed any first-round picks, and then definitely not a lottery pick.
That's for sure. I absolutely agree with you on that. Moving on from that, did you say you had any more?
I'm good now. I got that off my chest.
You got off your chest?
I feel a lot better.
All right, as long as you got off your chest. The other one I had was where did it go? The other one I had was former Major League Baseball player Luis Jimenez face plants during home run trot in Korean game. How do you face plant during your home run trot?
The dirt reached out and grabbed him.
The next one I have is, listen, this guy has no relation to me, all right? We're both last name Summit. I got 2 T's. He's got 1. Don't even think. Louisiana Tech's women's basketball coach resigns after impregnating player. It is Pat Summit's son, Tyler Summit.
What in the world are you thinking about? You going to tarnish your mom's name like that? Boy, you want to get some extra minutes? This is what you have to do. You want to get some shots called for you? This is what you need to do. Is that how you were doing it? Really? My man, there's some disgusting people out here, man. I mean, man.
Now,
this is
supposedly there's more to the story. The girl actually followed him from where he was before. When he went, she transferred to Louisiana Tech. Okay. So supposedly they had a relationship for years going on now.
Man. And you went ahead and gone and got her pregnant, huh? Idiot.
As a leader of a team, you cannot do something like this.
You don't hear Gino Auriemma skeeting up in his players, do you? What is wrong with you, boy? Somebody whip his ass, please. Please.
Yeah, you can't do this.
And then you're going to go and disgrace your mom's good name because you're an idiot? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, come on, people. Have some common sense. You can't do stuff like this. My last, I think I got 2 more. The man at the New Orleans game and Laker game who had a portrait of Kobe painted on his body. If you have not seen it, I have a better body than this guy, I'll say that. It looks like it. But he's got Kobe Bryant painted on his chest with no shirt, got the NBA trophy, of course. I just, come on, man. Taking fandom to a different level was.
Hey, you got to show your love for Kobe. Go ahead and get him drawn on your chest. Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. He definitely said it with his chest. He said a lot with his chest.
He said it. It was like, farewell. You see Kobe's face and did his trophy, the ball sticking way out here on his belly somewhere. Wow.
All right, so you did see it.
I did.
If you have not seen it, look on our Facebook page. It's there.
Hilarious.
All right.
Sports is life, man.
And you can catch us everywhere. Stick around. We got one quick show coming up after this. Everybody on Periscope, stick around like I was saying. Everybody else, we'll see you later.
Side piece.
Like a Fifth Avenue diamond, and they don't make you like they used to. You're never going out of style.